So originally I wrote this as a blog post about a year ago today, I think, but I thought I'd do a video as well, because I know some people prefer video format to written word. I prefer writing because it seems to flow better, whereas on camera I'm a bit stuttery and I can't always find the right words and it's not as eloquent. But I suppose, this helps me to get better at that. So yeah, I've been lucid dreaming for over 5 years now, and it's become a very important part of my life, and it's something I hope to one day be able to help others with and to teach, I suppose. Now I know I'd say I'm pretty advanced at it, but from time to time I still struggle getting lucid. Daytime routines can get a bit stale and a bit tedious, and with there being so many different techniques and methods out there, I kind of find it hard to stick to just one. I tend to jump around a bit. So I was trying to come up with my own sort of method, and I got to thinking about the foundations in which most techniques seem to be kind of constructed from. I discussed this with a friend of mine who isn't exactly real, in the sense that he isn't a physical being. He lives in my head, I hear him, I see him, it's a long story. And together we came up with what we felt were the 5 most important elements for lucid dreaming. So the first was relaxation. If I'm stressed, it's definitely a lot harder to get lucid. If my quality of sleep isn't good, then it affects the quality of my dreams and the quality of my dream recall. I think everyone these days feels stressed to some degree, whether it's work related or family life or whatever. And people tend to kind of cling on to stress and don't find ways of letting it go. Meditation is one thing that helps. I mean, I know for some people meditation seems difficult, and I'll admit sometimes I can't be arsed with it, or I give up after a few minutes. But generally, if you're able to find a quiet space alone to just breathe, maybe listen to some meditation music, if that helps, it's definitely beneficial in the long run. Also the body scan technique, where you go through each bit of your body from head to toe, or from toe to head, I suppose, going that way is usually the way you do it. And tense up your muscles and then release is quite a good way of relaxing yourself before bed. The second is awareness, which I think everyone will agree is a major part of lucid dreaming. Not only does it help you to attain lucidity, but it also helps you to maintain it as well. I think in the early days, attaining lucidity is like the main focus. But once you get lucid, it's very easy for the dream to fade if you lose that sense of awareness. Reality checking is part of awareness, checking your surroundings, questioning if it's a dream. I'd say that writing in your dream journal is awareness too, because you're spending time focusing on the dream, and when you write it down you become aware of certain patterns and themes to look out for during the day. Also just trying to hold conscious awareness for as long as possible too. Sometimes when I go walking I really focus on everything around me. What can I see, what can I hear, what does the ground feel like under my feet, can I smell anything, when I move my hand what can I feel. Well, I can feel the tension in my joints, I can see that there's a difference between the texture of my skin and the texture of my nails. Look at my tattoo. As you can see, there's a lot of detail in that tattoo, and even though it's not in colour, I can see that there are many different shades of grey in that tattoo. Stuff like that. Really paying attention to all of your senses and everything that's around you. The third is positive mindset, which I say is probably my biggest struggle, because naturally I'm very pessimistic and miserable. But I think mood definitely plays a massive role. Depending on how I feel will determine to an extent the nature of my dreams. If I'm feeling shitty and I've been on autopilot all day, my dreams will be very slow. I'll feel very sleepy during my dreams and I'll feel very weighed down and sluggish. Recently I've been in a good mood, which is a rarity, and my dreams have been more colourful and vivid and more realistic and generally just feel really, really good. I think your beliefs go a long way when it comes to lucid dreaming. If I'm feeling very, very low, I won't have any confidence in my ability to get lucid. If I don't believe I can get lucid, I won't get lucid. If I say to myself that I believe I can get lucid and lucid dreaming is easy, then it is. Your outlook and your mindset are really powerful things. I find that doing affirmations such as I will have a lucid dream or I am a lucid dreamer helps with that. Sometimes, it can feel a little bit forced and I don't really believe what I'm saying, but trying not to have any judgment towards that, just trying to actually feel it and believe 100% in what you're saying. Sometimes it won't work, sometimes it will. The fourth is enthusiasm, which I guess is linked with positive mindset, but if you aren't enthusiastic about lucid dreaming, again, it's going to be harder to get lucid. I need to excite myself, and I find the best way to do that is to plan out what I want to do in my dreams. Many times I'll get lucid and I won't know what to do, and I'll kind of waste my lucidity trying to think of what I want to do, which is quite funny really, because in a world where there are no limitations, you can find yourself with absolutely no clue of what you want to do. So I tend to have a list of what I want to achieve. I have personal growth tasks and just fun tasks, and I pick the ones I want to go for, and I try and just get myself pumped up for it. The last is creativity. I definitely feel creativity is important with lucid dreaming. Most of my artwork is inspired by dreams, lucid and non-lucid dreams. So I spend a great deal of my day thinking about my dreams and then putting them into some kind of visual format. Even if you don't think you're a skilled writer or artist, putting it down on paper or whatever, always helps you to make that connection to your dream, more tangible. If you could write or draw something from your dream, a dream that you've already had, or you can write or draw something that you want to dream about, or any other methods of creativity, music. If you write music or sing, you could write a song about your dreams, or you could create some sort of instrumental track to accompany a certain scene in your dream, especially if you're not that good at singing, or if you're not that big on singing. I can't sing. So there you go, relaxation, awareness, positive mindset, enthusiasm and creativity. I think if you're able to incorporate those things into your life, it should definitely have an impact on your dreaming to some degree. Also, I know that not everyone is the same, we all process things differently, so what works for one person isn't necessarily going to work for another. And if you feel you aren't getting anywhere with the technique that you're using, just try and take a step back and approach it from a different angle, I guess. You need to find something that works for you. So, that's my 5 important elements of lucid dreaming. I hope that helps in some way, and that you can take something away from this. And just remember, you can lucid dream.